Welcome back. In some big news, the Supreme Court has admitted the plea challenging Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. In fact, it has also issued notice to the centre seeking a response. So the Supreme Court admitting a plea challenging Jammu and Kashmir's Article 370 status while issuing a notice to the centre. In fact, the plea says that Article 370 has lapsed, urging to declare the separate constitution, and now the plea even challenges the special status granted to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So that is big news coming in there, with the Supreme Court admitting this petition, this plea challenging Jammu and Kashmir's Article 370 status, whilst now seeking a response from the centre, issuing a notice to the centre. In fact, the plea says that Article 370 has lapsed and urges that the separate constitution of Jammu and Kashmir needs to be declared illegal. Big news coming in right now. An appeal from the Delhi High Court judgment challenging the validity of the Article 370. Anusha Soni joins us for more on this. Anusha, the plea says that Article 370 has lapsed in its petition, saying that now they urge that the separate constitution of Jammu and Kashmir should be declared illegal. How significant is this bit of news in the present context, and what next now? The Supreme Court, I believe, is seeking a response from the centre.
That's true, Avantika. What's really important is the fact that they have accepted, they have admitted this plea. Now the centre will have to file its response. And what's important here is that the petitioner has raised a very crucial legal issue, which according to many, is a pertinent issue in point. There was a resolution of the Constituent Assembly which was passed. Then the Constituent Assembly was dissolved. However, there was no assent from the President or from then legislature to actually go ahead and implement Article 370. Yesterday, in fact, when India Today spoke to a lot of senior legal lawyers in the Supreme Court, all of them were of the opinion that there are serious legal flaws in the way Article 370 and 35A were implemented.
Yes.
So the question really is on the procedure. This is the fourth such petition in the Supreme Court of India, and it would be interesting. In the next 3 months, we'll have another hearing on this matter, and the centre will have to make its stand clear.
Absolutely. Shuja ul Haq is also with us now. Shuja, the Supreme Court admitting a plea challenging the validity of Article 370 comes at a time when there is already discussion about it in the state. There's already political storm that has been brewing for quite some time in the state as well.
Well, that's right. In fact, it comes at a time when just there's already a controversy over, the petition that is being heard by the Supreme Court on Article 35A.
Yes.
Just yesterday we were reporting about how all the opposition parties are coming together and trying to launch a campaign across the state to aware the people of consequences if Article 35A was abrogated. Now, going further, on this issue, there is a fresh petition on, challenging the validity of the entire Article 370. That is going to be a huge thing. It's going to be a massive, something which has massive repercussions on the ground. Yesterday we saw, some of the opposition parties saying that, if there are attempts to change Article 35A, then it would mean a massive revolt from the people. At the time when there is a BJP-PDP government in the state and BJP government in the centre, there seems to be a difference of opinion on this entire issue. I was yesterday also, reporting that in the Supreme Court, the issue has only become a controversy after the centre, the attorney from the centre, Attorney General himself, said that a discussion on the issue of Article 35A was possible. This has led to many believing that the centre was of the view that it is taking a soft stand when it comes to these issues, which are demanding abrogation of those articles and legal sanctions that provide special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So it is all going to be a tough situation politically for the PDP to handle here in the state, and also something which has which could have huge ramifications when it comes to the way people perceive it, at least in the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
Admitting a plea, Anusha, is one thing, but repealing an article also requires constitutional amendment. How easy is that process? Because it also requires, agreement from the Legislative Assembly as well, isn't it?
That's true, Avantika, but you have to note one point here, that, getting an amendment is in the process. Supreme Court can go ahead and pronounce that a certain procedure, a certain law, the way in which it was brought, that procedure was flawed. The NJAC judgment being a classic case in point, that they argued that the way you brought the entire law was wrong, and that's exactly the point here. Is no one is questioning whether NK should get a special status or not. The question before the Supreme Court is that the method which was adopted over 60 years ago in giving a special status to the Jammu and Kashmir, whether that method is correct, whether that method stands the scrutiny of law. And many legal experts say that clearly there is a problem in the way it was adopted and the fact that it was not ratified by the President or by the subsequent Parliament.
All right, Anusha, thanks so much for joining us. Shuja, I'll request you to stay on with us for the next breaking news coming in.